Sydney Sweeney has a lying problem. She says in interviews that she is uncomfortable with being sexualized and how she wants to be recognized for her acting talent rather than her appearance. But the majority of her success comes from her involvement in highly sexualized roles and revealing photo shoots. Just look at the role she played in Euphoria that initially helped launch her into stardom. Her character Cassie's wardrobe is usually revealing, featuring low-cut tops, tight dresses, and lingerie. These costume choices by the showrunners are designed to draw attention to Sweeney's body, aligning with the show's broader exploration of teenage sexuality. Sweeney's storyline in the show is heavily centered around her relationships with men, which are often rooted in sexual attraction. The writers portray her as seeking validation through these relationships, suggesting that her entire worth is only tied to her physical appearance and sexual availability. As a result, many viewers only saw Sydney Sweeney's character as a sex symbol to bring in more eyeballs for the show. We can see this pattern continue in her most recent rom-com film, Anyone But You, where the writers strategically use Sweeney's character to bring a sexual interest to the film. Her character is often placed in romantic or intimate situations where her sexual attractiveness is highlighted. We see lots of swimsuit shots and revealing outfits throughout the project. These scenes are designed to be appealing to the audience's desire for on-screen romance and sensuality. Even the dialogue and her interactions with other characters frequently have a flirtatious or suggestive undertone, reinforcing Sweeney's role as an object of sexual desire within the movie's narrative. And it doesn't hurt when you have two attractive lead characters for the audience to be enticed by. The marketing and promotional materials for Anyone But You made sure to capitalize on Sydney Sweeney's established image as a sex symbol. Trailers, posters, and social media content prominently featuring her in alluring poses or outfits, ensuring that potential viewers are aware of her sexualized role in the film. We can clearly see the entire marketing strategy was based around leveraging Sweeney's physical appeal to generate buzz and attract a larger audience. However, leveraging Sweeney's good looks was not enough to cut it for one of her newest films, Madame Web, which received an impressively low rating of just 11% on Rotten Tomatoes. The internet and critics alike agreed this film was a disaster and never should have been released. But despite the poor writing and production quality, many bought tickets just to enjoy the train wreck and to watch beautiful A-list stars Sydney Sweeney and Dakota Johnson cosplaying in a cheap Spider-Man rendition. But with the marketing promotions for the film, we could once again see Sydney Sweeney being used for her sexual appeal to draw in viewers. So time and again, we can see Sydney Sweeney relying on her attractive physical appearance to land roles, despite her claims that she wants to be recognized for her talent, not her looks. However, this also begins to make sense when you look at things from an economic perspective. Her biggest commercial successes have come from her roles in Euphoria and Anyone But You, which heavily relied on the sexualization of her characters. Then, when we look at Sweeney's worst commercial results, they come from films like Immaculate and Nocturne, which are both psychological horror films focused on exploring deep, dark, and often disturbing themes. So these were obviously much different projects than what Sweeney has become known for. Nocturne did not achieve much commercial success, with a relatively lukewarm reception compared to other horror releases. The film received mixed reviews, with many criticizing the narrative for its predictability and lack of originality. The top criticisms of Immaculate revolved around its incoherent direction, underdeveloped characters, and over-reliance on genre tropes that everyone sees coming. Unlike Sweeney's commercial hits, these films do not put any focus or emphasis on her physical attractiveness. As a result, it would make sense for Sweeney to double down on prioritizing her sexual appeal. This way, she can replicate the results of her most successful roles and continue elevating her career as a household name. We saw an example of Sweeney successfully embracing her sexuality with her Savage X Fenty collaboration just a few years ago. The campaign featured Sydney Sweeney in various pieces of Savage X Fenty lingerie, showcasing her in a range of styles from playful and flirty to bold and seductive. The photo shoots highlighted her natural beauty and confidence, emphasizing the brand's message of self-love and body positivity. The campaign was an instant hit and blew up all over social media, with posts receiving millions of likes and comments. This also reflected to Sweeney and her team the strong engagement from her followers around a new kind of project. Even major fashion outlets like Vogue, Elle, and Harper's Bazaar covered the collaboration with positive feedback. This paved the way for Sweeney to start adding major fashion collaborations to her list of projects. These gigs make sense for both parties because the brands are able to show off their best new clothing drops, with one of Hollywood's hottest actresses spreading the word. And Sweeney gets to build her brand image working alongside well-established designer brands. Sweeney's next collaboration with Miu Miu would help solidify her successful expansion into the world of modeling for high-fashion brands. The campaign featured Sweeney embracing Miu Miu's signature blend of playful and sophisticated styles. The artistic photo shoots highlighted a range of looks from elegant dresses to casual chic outfits, all of which demonstrated Sweeney's natural beauty and confidence.
What inspired you to do a wig?
My entire team.
Really?
Glenn Coco, my hairstylist, he always pushes me to try new things. So
Yes.
we wanted to push a little different.
Would you ever dye it this color? It's kind of hot.
I don't know, should I?
It's kind of hot.
You like it?
I'm into it. Makes your eyes pop, it's all happening.
Thank you.
You look
Thank
amazing.
you.
It wasn't long after until Sweeney was being invited to red carpet events in Paris Fashion Week. And not surprisingly, her reception at Paris Fashion Week was overwhelmingly positive, showing to the world she's not just a rising star in acting, but also in the world of fashion. Critics and media outlets praised her for her choice of style and ability to pull off diverse looks with elegance. At shows for prestigious designers like Balmain and Chanel, Sweeney's front row appearances drew significant attention, with photographers and fashion journalists even highlighting her as one of the standout celebrities of the event. But Sydney Sweeney's approach of leveraging her physical looks and sexual appeal draws interesting parallels to iconic actresses like Marilyn Monroe and Megan Fox. Marilyn Monroe epitomized the blonde bombshell persona in the 1950s and 60s, using her beauty and sensuality to captivate audiences. Monroe's roles, similar to Sweeney, often emphasized her sex appeal, making her a cultural icon and sex symbol. Similarly, Megan Fox rose to fame in the 2000s with her roles in the Transformers franchise, where her looks were a significant part of her on-screen presence, as well as her off-screen popularity. However, it seems like Sweeney's approach reflects a more contemporary understanding of the important balance between having good looks and equal talent to draw in viewers to her newest projects. Her roles in shows like Euphoria and White Lotus, plus her collaborations with brands like Savage X Fenty and Miu Miu, highlight not only her physical appeal, but also her ability to deliver results. Unlike Monroe and Fox, who never seemed to be able to break free from their sex symbol images, Sweeney seems to have navigated her image with greater flexibility, balancing her sex appeal with a desire for more diverse and meaningful roles. This more modern strategy puts her in a much better position to avoid the pitfalls of her predecessors and earn even more respect from her peers. So we can obviously see that Sydney Sweeney's career trajectory shows immense promise. Lots of upcoming movie roles, fashion collaborations, and business ventures are ahead for the young actress. But whether she will go on to be known for the depths of her acting talents, or end up as just another Hollywood sex symbol, only time will tell.